Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your number one source on pain, posture, and performance. And today, I want to share with you how to enjoy watching TV while still remaining pain-free. Because I don't know about you, but I sure as hell love me some TV and movies. And that may strike you as odd that, being in the fitness industry, you may think that I kind of shy away from watching a lot of TV, that I'm always outdoors and working out a lot. But I actually love TV and movies. I literally grew up around them. My dad has been head of CBS Studios in Studio City for, I think 30 some odd years. So I literally grew up on the sets of things like American Gladiator, Boy Meets World, That 70s Show, Seinfeld, all those things. I've been on all the sets, met a lot of the actors. And it was a really fun place to grow up. And my dad's brother, he was in the industry, and so was my grandfather, who I unfortunately never got to meet. He passed away before I was born, but he did special effects for things like Young Frankenstein or the original Dr. Dolittle, if you're familiar with that film. He actually operated the giant butterfly and the giant snail and other things like that in the movie. He worked on the original Twilight Zone, the series MASH. So movies and TVs, you can kind of say, are in my blood. And if I probably wasn't being the posture guy, I'd be the TV or the movie guy. But so when I do watch TV and movies, I have a huge appreciation for them because I know all the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into that industry. And in fact, I've actually worked on some shows as permits with my dad to help out here and there. So it's a really fun industry, and I love watching it. And there are times that I could watch hours and hours on end, you may call it binge watching, of a certain TV series or a couple movies. And I love it. And a lot of people think that's bad for your health. And although I don't advocate doing it every day on a normal basis, to do it is okay. It's more so how you watch TV. And you've heard me talk about this time and time again, but it bears repeating, is form follows function. So if you are laying sideways on a sofa or a chair of some sort, for hours watching TVs or a certain show, that's going to breed an asymmetrical posture, whether it's you're lying on your right side or your left side. If you're sitting in a reclining sofa that tilts your pelvis under, so basically you kind of go into a posterior pelvic tilt where you have no butt, that's going to put a lot of strain on your lower back and your hips. So it's that position that you stay in for hours and hours when you watch TV that really does the harm. So today I want to show you some alternative positions and some alternative tools you can use so that you can actually be encouraging better postural alignment while you enjoy your favorite TV shows and movies. And on that subject, I actually want to hear what yours are. I put a list down below this video of some of my favorite TV shows and movies that I recommend pretty much everybody seeing. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get on to those positions. Now, you'll see behind me what is probably the world's smallest flat screen. Don't judge us. Remember, we are housing in Vancouver, so this is not our place or our TV, but it's a cute little thing, right? It's actually, believe it or not, I think about 13 inches diagonally across. So it's about the size of a small to mid-size laptop. Now, most people have a larger screen than this, so take that in consideration. But there's other things you can use, like iPads and laptops, to watch whatever it is you're watching. All right. So first of all, what you're going to need is a chair, which I'm going to grab over here, to put your legs up on, and I'm just going to move around to get a better shot of this. So you basically just grab a chair. I'm using a dining room table chair here. It's 18 inches high. I'm 5'8", 8.5 on a good day. So this is a good height for me. If you're a bit taller, you can always stack some pillows or blankets to make it a little taller for you. But let me get in position here. All right, and I'll move a little towards the center. So now I'm in the static back position, and if you're not familiar with what that is, well, this is basically it. My hips are at 90 degrees, knees are at 90 degrees, and my arms are out. You can have them out anywhere from 90 to 45 degrees, whatever is most comfortable for you. And now, if you think about it, I'm using the ground as a giant ruler to make sure that my shoulders and hips are in alignment,
as I'm here, my spine, my lumbar, my lumbar thoracic, my upper cervical, everything is being nice and extended. My pelvis is in neutral position, so if I have any pelvic or thoracic, also known as torso rotation going on, it's coming out. And if I'm here for 5, 10, 15, even half an hour watching a show or listening to some music, I'm taking a lot of rotation out and I'm realigning my body. Now, in this position, ideally you want your head straight, but then you go, okay, well, I either have to have a TV on the ceiling, which most people don't have, or you have to turn your head to see the screen if it's to the left or to the right of you. Or years ago, I trained myself to watch TV upside down, but that can give you a little bit of headache. So what actually comes in handy here is what I call bed spectacles, and I got them right here. And I'll show you these. Are a cool little gizmo or gadget. They're glasses with a prism in them, so it banks your vision at 90 degrees. So imagine, if you will, that the TV was above and in front of me, and I put these bed spectacles on. I don't know if you can see here on the camera my eyes, but basically my viewing, I can see my hands here. So it basically just banks my vision, almost like a telescope in a submarine. And now I can see everything that's out in front of me without having to lift my head or having to turn it or hold it in some weird position. And you can get these, they're called bed spectacles, and I'll put some links to them down below. You can either get them from lssproducts.com, and if you go there, you just in their search bar, put in bed spectacles, or you can just go to Amazon and search for bed spectacles. No matter where you get them from, they're going to probably run you about $20 to $25. Not bad. Every once in a while, they'll come a little cross-eyed. If so, I can't speak for Amazon, but LSS Products, if you tell them they came that way, they're really cool about it, and they'll send you a new pair. Another thing you can do with these is, let's say you're watching, let me grab this here, you're watching something on your laptop, all right? Or for us workaholics, and you need to see a screen, right? You can put your laptop on your chest, or stomach, depending on how big your laptop is, but probably in your chest gives you a better viewing angle. And now I can see my screen. So maybe I wanted to watch something on Netflix or Hulu here, or maybe there's some video editing I need to do. Granted, you don't want to be like this all the time because that's going to promote that internal rotation. But a lot of times, if you're just watching something or doing some light browsing or reading an article, this is a great position to do it in versus sitting and going into flexion or laying on your side and breeding that asymmetrical posture that I was talking about earlier. So again, it's not so much the amount of time you spend watching TV or looking at a screen that matters. It's more so the position that you do it in. Because again, form follows function. That's the key thing to take away from this video. So again, these are the bed spectacles. Definitely a great investment if you're going to be spending a lot of time watching TV and movies, and you're a client of mine or you're a fan of postural alignment therapy. I definitely recommend getting those. So hopefully that will help you guys, like I said, enjoy your TV and movie watching experiences. You don't have to do this all the time. I sure as heck don't, but a lot of times I do because it's just simply more comfortable than trying to find some comfortable position on a sofa or couch or something. All right. Anyways, like I said, I also put down a list of some of my favorite TV shows and movies, and I'd be interested to hear what some of your guys are. All right. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving.